Greetings and salutations, my friends. This is a big one. I haven't read through. I've done a quick scan. We do have a video. We've got some screenshots. In possession, out of possession. Lots of talk about this since we saw the last video. FM26 new tactical evolution. To be honest, this one, with the little hints we've had, sort of, I wasn't sure how they were going to do it, so I'm very interested to see it. Are we just making two tactics? I don't know why I'm discussing what it might be when there's literally an article in front of me. In recent years, the language of football tactics has evolved dramatically. Managers, pundits, and fans alike now dive deeper into analysis with sharper insight and complex fluff. The way a team changes shape based on whether they have or don't have the ball. As the game itself has evolved, so has Football Manager. Behind the scenes, we spent years working with leading experts in the football industry to bring out some of the sport's biggest tactical developments into FM. Distinct formations for when your team are... So, are we making two formations? Oh, that's just more things for me to be rubbish at. Okay, when we originally announced player roles being added in FM, this was alone to provide... This was done... Wow, I don't know. Okay, reading. To provide instructions for players in a formation, both when they had the ball and when they didn't. And while the system worked well for that, what it didn't do was allow managers in-game to have different formations for those scenarios. Now, we're thrilled to announce that, with one of the most requested features from our community is being added to FM26, separate in possession and out of possession formations. These are just part of this year's major innovation in tactics, giving you greater depth, flexibility, freedom, fluffy McFluffface. Alright, let's watch the video first.
We now have, obviously, the two formations that we're going to put into the game, and you have a in-possession...
Wait, is that how the video starts? Where's that? No? Just straight in.
We now have, obviously, the two formations that we're going to put into the game, and you have a in-possession screen and out-of-possession screen, so you can see how your formation looks in one area of the game and then how it looks in the other, because now you have control over both.
In and out-of-possession tactics are here. In FM26, you've got more flexibility than ever before. I am absolutely hyped. I'm guessing you're as
We'll go through it brick by brick after.
excited as I am.
Absolutely. Couldn't be more excited about this feature. Most importantly, is what the FM community have wanted for a number of years, so I'm so delighted to have this feature in the game this year.
I think me and the FM community and all the new players will be thinking, how does this come to life?
Well, we now have, obviously, the two formations that we're going to put into the game, and you have a in-possession screen and out-of-possession screen, so you can see how your formation looks in one area of the game and then how it looks in the other, because now you have control over both.
Why was this such an important feature to actually bring in?
I think there's two answers to that. I think
hang on. Sorry, I know I said I wasn't going to stop it. So we've got my tactics, so this is where I can add other tactics. Our control, possession, style, that's our style, that's our mentality. So combined, both. Okay, okay. Always had a brain fart then. So both, see both, or you just want to look at one. So this is our both. And this is the in possession, not roles, because it's just a position, and out possession roles, just to give you an idea. Oh God, I'm going to suck so bad at this. That's my main takeaway so far, is how much I'm going to suck at this. Okay.
Why was this such an important feature to actually bring in?
I think there's two answers to that. I think the first thing is, we look at real football. If people want to recreate their real-life managers and create their tactics, you need to have that in-possession, out-possession split to correctly, replicate what they're doing. And I think the second part is a more practical part, where, for example, in FM24, if you created a tactic and you had like a winger in a 4-3-3 and you wanted to move him to attack him in midfield for an in-possession reason, you couldn't do that without affecting...
Do you remember arrows? Do you remember arrows? Oh, I used to like arrows, which was kind of like almost we've regressed recently. There used to be you could drag arrow and you go, oh, okay, this guy bombs forward, this guy cuts in. It was...
And we defended, whereas now with our in-possession and out-of-possession formations, you can make that change for an in-possession reason without it affecting out-of-possession.
That makes me think. Player roles are going to change too.
Completely changed. Player roles are now split between in-possession and out-of-possession. For our in-possession formations, we have some new roles and some roles that have been reworked, and then for out-of-possession, we have a completely new set of roles. One of the biggest things for me is you can have two identical formations in possession for two different teams, but the roles and how they behave out of possession will make it. behave differently.
How does that differ then between the two?
So if you have an example of a top team, you're the favourite to win the game, and you're playing a 4-3-3 and you have an advanced playmaker, you might want them to be a presser out of possession, win the ball high, try and get final third turnovers. Whereas if you're an underdog team and you're playing a 4-3-3 out of possession,
it's
you
good,
might want
isn't it?
to
It's
have
good.
an advanced playmaker in possession when you got the ball, but out of possession have them as a screener to maybe sit in a low block and try and cover the dangerous areas of space.
So both phases in mind then, how are you able to...
Does this not make it even worse for new players, like getting new players into the game? It's bad enough. Football Manager's bad enough for new players as it is. Now going, oh, by the way, here's 2 tactics you have to do.
to actually see the team shape?
So what we've introduced this year is something called the visualizer. And what that is for in possession and out of possession for both of them. And it will show you how your formation is looking in each phase of the game. So
Okay, so we're currently looking at in possession. This looks horrible. What's this? Why are they so small? And where's the shirt? So this is just the same. This is our normal things, right? Tempo, time wasting, passing directness. I sometimes feel not everything needs a button. Like, if I wanted to change counter attack, am I clicking it through the different things? If I click it, does it give me the options, then I click the new one? Whereas before, it was just like, we could have little slidey bars, and it was all visualised right there. You didn't have to go into it to... It's a little thing, but like sometimes not everything needs to be redesigned. But this is like this normal stuff, right? In possession, we've got... This is our overview for our tactic, I take it. So with much shorter, lower tempo, attacking width. So these are all normal. Attacking, transition, counter-attack. Greater freedom, more expressive, time wasting, less often, play for set pieces, build up strategy, play through pass. Apparently work in this FM. They're going to work. Not every goal is going to come from a cross. Promise. Goal kicks short, distribution, speed, balance. Yep, that's pretty normal. Supporting runs, both flanks. Supporting runs balanced. Dribbling, balance, progress through left, pass, reception, balanced. How quick they ping the next pass off, like one touch, or like hold up, hold up. Dribbling, patience. Oh, that's just, work into the box. Shoots from distance, crossing style. Okay, that's also relatively normal. Probably a couple of things changed, but I hate the way this looks. It looks fucking awful.
it will show you in your own third. And
so why have we got a big square green box? Please, obviously, I'm an old man that has no brain and memory, so anything I missed in this video, please do put it in the comments. So this is our crossing style from the left, from the right. Okay, well done all. Balance, okay.
in the middle third and in the final third, and it will show you how, for example, the roles are combined in possession. It's going to show you how they're going to look in each section.
That's just
and it
these
shows you a very
different sections.
clear way of how your team is going to look based on what you've created in your tactics creator.
So we've got in possession, we've got out of possession, we've got transitions. I'm guessing that's going to have a change as well.
Attacking transition and defensive transition, they've moved into their respective.
Oh. It could be just because it's new. This looks like so much more information when a lot of these things exist already on that one screen that we currently have, right? Most of these are in there, right? These are all just redesigned. It just looks a little bit over the top graphically for stuff that I know what shorter or longer is. I think most people don't need a ball with an arrow on it to know that that is further than the shorter one is shorter. And therefore, like a little slider would have just been... Okay. I'll get used to it, but it's just weird. I think like it's a bit... Sometimes when you're designing a UI, you can overdo it a little
Attacking
bit.
transition is in possession. Defensive transition now sits in out of
Okay, so you've separated them out. That makes sense.
possession. So they're not gone, they've just been moved.
So I'm picking up FM for the first time. I'm hyped, obviously, just picked it up, but I'm thinking, how accessible are these tactical changes for me?
So one of the biggest things as a
They're going to talk about the fact that there's lots of default tactics, and that it suggests when you pick a tactic what the in possession and out of possession will be. It's like you load up a double tactic.
team when designing the feature was to make it accessible for someone a first time looking at a tactics board, first time playing the game, but also someone that's a tactical expert that already knows what their in possession and out of possession formations are going to be.
Are there any tools available for that?
Yeah, so you can pick your team in possession, and then your system will help you pick your out of possession formation, and they'll also suggest some roles that you can have out of possessions.
All of that information on board,
That's cool.
The hype is building, the excitement's building. What does that mean for FM players this year?
I think it can mean whatever you'd like it to mean, really. If you want to keep it relatively
What does that mean for FM players? Whatever you want it to be. A unicorn?
simple and use your assistant and use the recommended formations they use and use the visualizer and things like that, you can keep it pretty simple if you'd like to. However, if you'd like to go and be very in-depth, you can use the whole aspect of the two formations, all of the team instructions, in-game. If you want to make a change, every time you see something go wrong with your defenders, you want to change a formation or change maybe just the player role, you can do all of these things now, which you
I can imagine the people that are really into tactics are just masturbating furiously at this point. Okay, let's have a quick look at the rest of the article and see if it's not just fluff. We've got some good screenshots which we'll go through. I imagine a lot of this is just going to be the same stuff as what we've talked about. Choosing your preferred tactical style, but this time you'll pick two formations instead of one. That was the big question we had, was do you pick two formations, in possession, out possession, or do you pick one and then based on your roles and choices you make, it shows you what your... That's how I thought they were going to go, but I'm happy with them going this way. It says this base structure in your team. Once you've locked in... So what do you pick first? Is the... okay. Yeah, your in possession shape. Once you've locked that in, the game will suggest 3 out of possession formations. These are shapes that naturally complement your in possession. Hang on. Because what if you make your own bizarre tactic with a left back and a left wing back? Will it try and suggest 3 formations based on that, or is it these default ones? Once you've locked that in, the game will suggest out of possession formations. These are shapes that naturally complement your in possession setup and show how your side looks when defending in a settled block. For example, yep. Entirely yours. FM26 gives you more freedom to tailor your setup. Exactly. Go ambitious, go experimental, go bad in my case. Even ask a player to attack on one flank and defend on the other. Oh my God. Okay. Couple of things. There is a much higher chance now that there is going to be broken formations, right? Even with lots of tests, the amount of combinations now, like, oh my God, the game can't handle it if out possession you've got a left back, a left wing back, and a left winger, but then in possession you're bombed to the other side diagonally, and the game doesn't know how to handle it, and you win every game 6-0 with Rushton and Diamonds. Like, not saying that's the case, but like, I feel like with this, there is so many more opportunities to break it. I hope they tested this to the ends of the earth. Maybe that's what the extra year was, just testing this. Genuinely, I'm very happy. Don't get me wrong. This is not a negative. I just worry a little bit. But the good thing is with FM, because it's we're mostly sitting on our own, playing it on our own time, is that I've always found, like, when the corner routine was broken and stuff, I was like, well, I'm just not going to use that, and it won't affect me, right? So if there's some weird formation that everybody scores, you just don't use it, do you? A clearer picture of your team. Tactics menu. So this is just choosing a default tactic, right? I do like that, though. That's really nice. Yes. Okay. With 4 distinct views of your team setup, in possession, out of possession, both and combined. The first 2 are pretty self-explanatory, so we'll just focus on the latter 2. The both view allows you to see 2 shapes side by side for making easy visual comparisons on how your team are intending to transition. Combined shows the average position of your players between your 2 formations. I don't see how much use the combined one is, really, does it, for value? It's your one-stop shop for team tactic selection tinkering, because any personnel changes you make in combined will be made across both of your individual formations. Well, the fact I'm going to click on these to zoom in, but okay. So as you see here, the guy on the left is a wide midfielder or wife material boobs and a winger. Okay. He's the same on both. So he's always in possession first. So he's a deep line playmaker when we got the ball. When we lose out, settle back in. Settle back in. Okay. Does that mean then? Hang on. I'm just spitballing here. This might be off just dumb. I haven't thought this through. Does that mean, let's say, any central midfielder can never be a playmaker out of possession because you don't have a ball to make plays with, right? So does that mean some roles can't exist out of possession because they require having the ball? Am I being stupid? Okay. And I'm assuming like before where you could give somebody like, when this guy comes on, I want you to, we used to say, cut inside or hold up the ball or whatever. But only when he comes on, it automatically gives him that instruction. I'm hoping that when I bring this guy on, he's my pressing forward, whatever. Like, I hope that's a thing. Okay. The new player roles come to life with the visualizer, which we've seen. And Jesus, how good is this team? I've never seen a full one. Okay, it is Man City. It'll make sense. Every player role is displayed in the visualizer, giving you a clear picture. For example, take Manchester City in possession setup. So it's basically when you click on the areas of the pitch, you get the instructions for that hit that area. Okay, so like then you click on that for your midfield. I like that it's separated. It makes more, especially learning sense, that it's separated into areas and stuff. That's really good. The same principle applies for out of possession. Take Brighton, for example, with Carlos Baleba deployed as a pressing defensive midfielder. Oh, what a pressing defensive midfielder. I like that. He holds up play, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yeah, no, I like this. It's going to take a bit of learning, especially for old and stupid people like me, but I'm still all for it. Player roles evolved to fully support the addition of in and out possession. Overhaul player roles. If you've been keeping close on, yep, you've already seen these. But a bit more accurate, these roles. We've reviewed our entire list of in possession roles from FM24. Some have stayed as they were. Some have new names. It's goodbye to the Mazzala and Gonstrecotista. Some have new functionality like the inside forward, and some like this entirely no nonsense goalkeeper, ball playing goalkeeper. Overlapping centre back. Okay, so like John Stones at Man City, are we talking there? Playmaking wing back, so that's Trent. that was made for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Okay, advanced wing back. Advanced wing back, is that just not a wing back further up or an attacking? Okay, midfield playmaker. Wide central midfielder, that's Mazzella. Wide forward, that just inside forward now. Channel forward, okay, that runs into the channels. Okay, so it gives you on this screen, it gives you all players in this position will use this role. So I'm choosing him to be a wing back. Gets further forward, so it gives you like a rough idea of what they do. The inside football, which I actually really enjoyed using last time. So he really does. So playmaking wingback. Not only that, I thought he was just going to be pinging passes from there. He actually moves into the DM spot. I like the fact it says moves into the DM rather than some sort of vague description of it that sometimes used to happen. And key attributes. Love this. Love this. Wow. Oh, it's fruity, isn't it? And then we have carp fishing extraordinaire Phil Foden. Did we miss anything? Yep, that's fine. So when I'm looking at a player, let's say I'm scouting Phil Foden, because they must. That's what I'm saying about the out possession. There has to be slightly different roles because some of the roles wouldn't exist. That's why you can click between the two. Okay, that's good. Right foot, left foot on the profile screen. Never knew what that. I like the fact they've separated set pieces out in the thing, so it's technical set pieces, mental and physical. Love that. And this basic stuff at the bottom. Love this. Very much love this. Also brings wider changes across the tactics. We've said goodbye to duties. The flexibility of dual formations and roles sets now gives you a clearer picture for what your players... Yep, that's good. Don't want them both. We'll also stripped back the number of hard-coded instructions tied to each role. Good. That means you can have... Yeah, that's great. That sometimes really annoys me. It's like, but I've got this guy... I want him to do that, but you've decided, but even though I'm the manager, you've decided that I can't give him this instruction. Or I have to change him entirely to what he does. Micromanage, okay, good. Again. But opens up broken tactics more. Match day intelligence. To fully reflect the new freedom and flexibility given you by FM26 tactics, we've completely revamped significant parts of the match engine under the hood. Rewritten pass risk assessment. Players now judge the danger of potential pass based on the attributes, leading to more I feel like that should have always been the way it went. Okay. Let's not peek behind the curtain too much. Leading to more incisive line-breaking passes through the middle. They'll also show greater creativity when trying to bypass defenders, sliding passes around them or lifting the ball. Yeah. Dribbling is also taking a big step forward. They'll stand the player up before going past, and we saw that already. You're kind of rehashing at this point. Also lives a wave of attacking upgrades. Midfielders now time half space runs for more intelligent support wider players, while forwards are sharper at spotting the executing cutback. Oh, cutbacks, yes. Like a sweaty goal. Opportunities from dangerous crossing positions. We've also introduced a brand new team instruction, pass the feet. Yes, please. Thank you. Giving you regret control. The improvements run just as deep. Team structures and pressing shapes have now been refined across the pitch, while interception logic has been reworked so defenders can stretch, lunge, and improve and give away terrible penalties more effectively than ever before. Goalkeepers, meanwhile, feel more dependable than ever. We'll see. I get angry at goalkeepers. Two significant upgrades to their save logic, cross-claiming blocks, spread saves and distribution. FM26 matches packed with enhancements you'll only fully appreciate once you go in the dugout. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that sort of stuff is you're gonna need to play 100 games or 100 hours to truly work out if this bit all works. Improved near post defending at corners and new tendencies. Okay, team instructions revamped. Yep. More features. All right. But before we go on, I just want to say a big thanks to everybody. I did say I'd give you an update. I've sold on Fanatical. If you want to pre-order it from there, it gives me a couple of quid and it gives you a couple of quid off the game. And it's a Steam code, so you just put it into your Steam and you're all good. I think I've sold 48 copies so far, which is about £65, which allows me to buy the game, which is great. I can get a free copy from Sports Interactive. I have asked for a couple of codes before to be able to give away, but I always like buying a game because I never feel even subconsciously indebted to a company. I don't like game reviewers that get all their games for free from the companies because immediately, even though you might not be thinking about it, you might be a little bit nicer. I want to pay full price for this game, and then if it's shit, I want to be able to shit on it without feeling bad that they gave me the game. So, but that allows me. So thank you very much. And if you want to support what we do here, you can have a look at that. And the link to all the stuff is in the below. Overall, my thoughts. Oh, this is good. Now, this is good. I might be terrible. I'm already crap at tactics. So this, I'm in danger, people. I'm in danger. And my idea for my first save on FM26 makes this even more scary. I'll be announcing it soon. But, yes, I love it. The only two things I think some of it is just a little bit over graphicked when it didn't need to be, but that's fine. And I think, ironically, this left side looks a bit empty-ish. But it's all there. It's all the same stuff. I'm very excited to use it and to try it and to do some fun things with it. And my biggest thing for me personally is like, I've got this really specific player that doesn't fit the mould of any of the sort of roles currently given him because it's so locked in. Right now, I can go, do this when we've got the ball, do this when we've got... I love it. Yeah, my only worry is that there's going to be, and this is more for the community, not for me, because I just don't care, but like, there's a much higher chance of some really broken tactics. Who's that fella that always used to make Nap, who always used to make those amazing tactics? He might, I don't know if he's still alive or still doing it, but he might have a field day. It'll be interesting to see. At least I can watch from afar. And the thing is, if you ever find one of those or discover one of those, and then you go and bitch about it, it is annoying, and they should fix it, obviously. But just don't use it. Like, for instance, there was a big FM network league save, right, recently on Twitch with all the big creators and stuff. They decided, because there's some kind of broken corner routines, that they were just going to use default set pieces. And while annoying, because you want to be able to have an impact and try and make a correct piece, they didn't want people just using a broken thing. So if you find something that's broken, report it, and then just don't use it, and you'll have a much better gaming experience. No point in using the broken thing and then complaining that it's broken. Anyway, yeah, so I just think there's a much higher chance of that. So I'm hopeful that they've put way more testing into this than they ever have done before. We'll see. But overall, I am very excited. It feels like an evolution for the first time since... $3D? Genuinely, I'm trying to think of like a big... Like, this is huge. Yeah, a long time. Right, let me know what you think in the comments. Obviously, I've probably missed a load of stuff because I'm stupid. So please let me know what I've missed or interesting things you've spotted so far. And your thoughts. I genuinely, not for the algorithm, don't care. I want to know, I just genuinely know your thoughts on this. It's amazing. And no mention of women, so the knobbers will be fine with that as well. At least they didn't show a female screenshot and then everybody... Anyway, right, thank you very much for watching. It's getting exciting. Just want it to come out now, please. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.